Ever lay awake at night, mind racing with worries and what-ifs? Stress, my friends, is an uninvited guest that always seems to show up at the most inconvenient times. It's like that one party crasher who not only arrives unannounced, but also overstays its welcome. For teenagers, stress can feel like a constant companion. The pressures of school, from homework to exams, can be a daily source of anxiety. You're juggling multiple subjects, each with its own set of demands. And then there's the expectation to excel in all of them. It's like being in a race where the finish line keeps moving further away. And let's not forget about relationships. There's the drama of friendships, the intensity of first loves, and the heartache of breakups. It's a roller coaster ride of emotions that can leave even the most seasoned adults dizzy. Add to that the uncertainties about the future. What do I want to do after school? What career should I pursue? Will I be successful? These questions can turn your mind into a whirlwind of confusion and fear. Let's face it, being a teenager isn't a walk in the park. Stress is a normal part of life, and to some extent, it can be beneficial. It can push us to work harder, to strive for better. But when stress becomes a constant, when it starts to interfere with our daily lives, that's when it becomes a problem. Unchecked stress can lead to sleepless nights, mood swings, and even health issues. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, gathering speed and size, until it becomes an avalanche that threatens to bury us. But here's the thing, we don't have to let stress control us. We have the power to manage it, to keep it in check. Identifying stress is the first step towards managing it. But how do we do that? Stay tuned as we delve into the world of stress identification and management, where we'll arm you with the tools you need to tackle stress head-on. Have you noticed changes in your teen's behavior, mood, or physical health? Stress can be a silent intruder, creeping up unnoticed until it's already woven its web. It's crucial to recognize the signs early to prevent it from escalating. Think about your teen's sleeping habits. Are they tossing and turning at night, or maybe sleeping too much during the day? Changes in sleep patterns can be a telltale sign of stress. It's like trying to run a marathon with no sleep. It just doesn't work. The body needs rest to function properly, and when it doesn't get enough, it sends out stress signals. Next, consider their appetite. Are they eating less or more than usual? Stress can play tricks on the body, making us either lose our appetite or crave comfort food. It's not about the occasional ice cream binge after a bad day, but consistent changes that might indicate a deeper issue. Now let's talk about mood. Is your teen more irritable, anxious, or withdrawn than usual? Stress can make us feel like we're on an emotional roller coaster, with ups and downs coming out of nowhere. It's not just about being a typical moody teenager. If you notice sustained changes in their emotional state, it could be a sign of stress. And finally, behavior. Has your teen been avoiding activities they usually enjoy? Have their grades dropped? Are they spending more time alone? Stress can make us retreat into our shells, avoiding interaction and activities that once brought joy. It's important to remember that these signs are not a definitive diagnosis, but potential red flags. Open communication is key here. Talk to your teen, understand their feelings, and reassure them that it's okay to feel stressed. Remember, stress is not a weakness, but a human response to challenging situations. Once we've identified stress, the next step is to manage it. But where do we start? Well, that's a question for our next scene. Stay tuned. Ever wish you could just wave a magic wand and make all the stress disappear? Well, unfortunately, no such wand exists. However, we do have something just as magical: healthy coping mechanisms. Let's start with physical activity. You've probably heard it before, but let's say it again. Exercise is a stress buster. It's not just about flexing muscles or breaking a sweat. When we engage in physical activity, our body releases endorphins. These are chemicals that act as natural painkillers and mood elevators. So whether it's dancing to your favorite tune, taking a brisk walk in the park, or joining a local soccer team, find a physical activity you enjoy and make it a part of your routine. Next on our list is healthy eating. Now, I know when stressed, we often reach for comfort foods, those high in sugar or fat. But here's the thing. These foods can actually increase our stress levels in the long run. Instead, opt for a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. These foods not only nourish our body, but also help regulate our mood. And let's not forget the importance of maintaining a balanced lifestyle. This includes getting enough sleep, taking time out for hobbies and relaxation, and avoiding overscheduling. Remember, it's okay to say no sometimes. You don't have to do everything and be everywhere. While these methods can be effective, sometimes we need to seek professional help. Don't feel shy or ashamed to reach out to a mental health professional if you feel overwhelmed. After all, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. Sometimes, the weight of stress feels too heavy to carry on our own, doesn't it? It's like trying to balance a mountain on your shoulders, and it's not your job to move mountains. That's when professional help comes in. Professional help isn't just for those who are at their wits' end. It's also for those who want to prevent reaching that point. Think of it as a safety net, there to catch you when the high wire of life gets a bit too wobbly. Therapists, counselors, and psychologists are trained to help you navigate through the stormy seas of stress. They're like your personal stress GPS, guiding you towards healthier coping mechanisms and better ways to understand your feelings. Don't see this as a sign of weakness. It's quite the opposite. It's a sign of strength, resilience, and wisdom. It's about knowing when to say, I need a hand with this. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. So, what have we learned today? We've journeyed through the complex world of stress experienced by teenagers, understanding that it's a natural part of life, not an anomaly. We've learned to identify the signs of stress, recognizing changes in behavior, mood, and health as potential indicators. We've explored healthy coping mechanisms, such as maintaining a balanced diet, engaging in regular exercise, and finding time for relaxation and hobbies. One potent tool we've underscored is the power of prayer, connecting with the Creator as a significant means to combat stress. This spiritual connection can provide comfort and strength in challenging times. We've also emphasized the importance of seeking professional when stress becomes overwhelming. Therapists, counselors, and other mental health professionals are equipped with the tools and knowledge to provide effective support. We've reiterated that it's completely okay to feel stressed and that there are resources available to help it. Remember, stress does not define you or your teenager. Together, we can manage it and thrive.